What's up, everybody? It's Jack Slammer here with my Rocky 4 beard, even though I can't really grow facial hair that much, but ever since I became a dad, it started to come in a little bit nicer. As the title of this video says, I am 4 weeks out, or actually 5 weeks out from the OCB Vegas Victory show, in which case I will be competing in the Classic Physique Division Open, because that's the look that I'm chasing for. You know, my ultimate look is I want to look like Frank Zane, those guys back in the day, even though I'm natural and that's not going to happen because I don't have that great of genetics. But anyways, yeah, it's basically this is the weekly vlog where I'm going to go into certain topics. Last week it was my anabolic diet. Not much change since then. In fact, I made it a point to cook some spaghetti. So when I was a kid, I loved spaghetti, but I hated the noodles. Now, since I'm training for a bodybuilding show and I had my carbs cut by another 15 carbs, so I'm down to 145 carbs per day. I have made just the meat sauce. So I bought some Yo Mama marinara sauce, 8 pounds of ground turkey meat. That stuff is amazing because it's basically like 44 grams of protein and only 12 grams of fat per every 8 ounces of that stuff. So it's amazing. Loved it. Made it a point to start seasoning my food again, since salt and sodium is good for you, and I'm getting out of the old school mindset. Today, before I trained, I woke up early and I took the girls to go see some goats today. So that was a good time. It's always good to see the kids happy. So I loved it. It was fun. Couldn't get much photos because Lexi kept wanting to go all over. My daughter wanted to keep going all over the place, grabbing my hand, so I really couldn't get a good shot. So sorry you miss out on that footage, but I did get you footage of the spaghetti, which is great, the spaghetti sauce. Yeah, this week, food-wise, it's going to be a lot of eggs and a lot of turkey meat, but that's okay because if you cook it in a different way, you're not eating the same dish. So every day it's French toast with my Walden Farms syrup, which finally came in. That stuff is great. It actually tastes better than regular syrup and it's got no calories. I can see why it costs so much fucking money. And I also see why I will not be using it. By the way, if you wonder why I'm switching hands constantly, it's because this light came with a cell phone holder thing attachment, but the problem is it can't tighten up strong enough in the back, so I constantly have to change hands and my fucking arm keeps getting tired because I trained hard, okay? So speaking of training, and I have to be quiet again because the little girl's sleeping in the backdrop. So speaking of training, this is kind of a heartfelt moment for me because training and lifting weights is kind of my escape from this world, right? It's kind of how, if I have a bad day at work, if I just feel stressed out, if I feel like the weight of the world is crashing on me, I feel like that's my escape, is the weight room. When you're in prep though, and your carbs are down to nothing and you're calorically depleted in comparison to what you normally eat. For me, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, it just felt like this fucking like life or death scenario where I just felt weak and defeated. And when you're carb depleted, you look a little flat. So in my mind, I was like, okay, so every week I'm lifting the same weight, but with fewer reps, so I'm not getting stronger. And then I was looking at the mirror and I was like, okay, and I'm looking flat. So what the fuck is the point of this? I'm training for intensity and I feel like shit. I have to get through my fucking workouts. And it feels like that. Like when I'm in the gym, I like to feel like I'm in control. Like I'm attacking this shit. I'm gonna fuck up this set and I'm gonna fuck up the next set and I'm gonna keep working and training my ass off. But it just wasn't feeling that way lately. And I came to I made an executive decision on my end that it's time for some changes. Because when you're in contest prep, your main goal, like, you're not going to be on a caloric deficit and put on that much muscle. And high intense workouts, especially for natties, it's a great tool to stimulate and put stress on the muscles for them to grow. But I felt like, in a deficit, I don't put on that much muscle, and the whole goal for me, is to maintain as much muscle mass as I can while losing as much fat as I can for the stage. So the way I was training before was intelligent. I'm not going to say I wasn't training smart, but it was one of those things where it's like I was training as though I had 25 to 2,700 calories for the day, and that's just not happening right now. So what I decided to do, because my split was day 1 was legs, day 2 was chest, day 3 was back, and then day 4 I did shoulders and arms. What I've decided to do is do a standard push-pull legs, legs, push-pull, legs, push-pull. That way I'm training 6 days a week and getting 1 day of rest each week, similar to what I was doing before, which was 4 on, 1 off. Now I'm doing 6 on, 1 off. But what I'm doing is I'm dividing the load between both days, because optimally, for optimal muscle growth, you want to have between 10 to 20 working sets per muscle group. And looking at the research, when you train each muscle group twice a week, you actually, I think it might be just due to the recovery, because you're not putting so much stress on your muscles, but they're getting time to recover, but you're training them twice a week. Yeah, that's kind of the model I'm going with, just so I can divide up the workload. And even though I'm just 2 workouts into this new high volume program where I'm hitting multiple body parts, but doing it between 20 and 25 sets per workout, but with, reasonable weight, it's still heavy. I'm still challenging myself. I'm just taking less sets to failure. I'm looking into the RPEs right now, so the rate of perceived exertion. I'm not going to 10, I'm going between 7 and 9. So I have been able to comfortably get through my workouts and get through the cardio that I have to do afterwards. So it's not going to be like this forever for me. I know that I'm going to need to switch it up, go intense again once I'm back on a surplus, so I can continue to develop and put on muscle. But for me, this just seemed like the right choice, because I was just getting so tired of just feeling fucking defeated in the gym. Yeah, that's why I decided to go push-pull, or legs, push-pull, legs, push-pull. And I'm just ready to take this on. I mean, my physique right now looks pretty good. I think I'm looking pretty good from the side. My front is not going to get much better, but I'm hoping that I can get it more conditioned by showtime, which is 5 weeks away. Because let's be honest, you're 5 weeks out on deficit. You ain't putting on any more muscle. It's all about conditioning at this point. So that's the game plan, is just to come in as fucking conditioned as I can, try to get shredded, try to get peeled. But once again, if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. I just want to make sure that I bring the best package possible on stage that day. So yeah, that is the second vlog. So basically, you can see the physique update in the background. You probably already did. But things are looking good. I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling like I can take on the day. And yeah, my current weight is at 78.5 kilograms. I'm trying to get to under 77 for the show. That would put me under 170 pounds. And that time right there just put me over 10 minutes. So hopefully the YouTube algorithm will be in my favor. All right, folks, remember to check out my video next week, which will drop late Saturday, early Sunday. Be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, share this video with others, and also post a comment in the comment section below. But I hope you found this useful. I greatly appreciate all the love you give me on Instagram, TikTok, and all the other socials, which are down below. Follow me everywhere. And until next week, remember to respect the slam.